What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Maverick Man 101. Got a video here today about dating in 2025. Let's get to it.
Happy New Year. If you want a man this
Happy New
year,
Year to you.
listen to me, okay? This year, ladies, you're going to have to realign your pride, okay? You're going to have to do some chakra work. We're going to have to reset our brains because men do not approach women anymore. If you want a man this year, you're going to have to realign your values and understand that you have to go up to men now. And I'm talking about men like 26 plus, okay? And these days they do not go up to women. Why? At first it started as like this totally unhelpful faux feminist, like, I respect women, I'm not going to go up to women now. And we've seen that like faux feminism, that actually like masculine centered feminism come into play with like wanting to split the bill and not being chivalrous and things like that. And actually this not wanting to go up to women, the whole subculture of this faux feminism community or thought came from like gym culture, and then it just slowly diverted, and it comes from an over access to women. Women are easily accessed these days.
I mean, I kind of lost her a little bit. I don't really know what. I just don't know. But to the last point, who gave men that access, right? Who put their bodies on the internet for sale? Who perpetuated hookup culture, right? Who did these things? Women, right? So this whole idea that I'm not really sure what she's proposing to go up to men to talk to them. Women were the same people that were saying, hey, look, don't come up and talk to me. Don't say nothing to me. And a lot of that has to do with attraction. If she's attracted to you enough, yeah, say something to her. If you're a Chad, right? You're a Tyrone. You're one of these archetypes. Yeah, say something to her. But if you're not that attracted to her, or attractive to her, or you're just an average guy, yeah, stay away. This was the messaging that has been put out to the airways from modern women for quite some time. So men have listened, and men have just been like, all right, well, look, I'll leave it alone, right? You know, what is it? The difference between flirting and harassment is attraction, right? How attractive she is to you. So these were all things that women have conjured up.
Days. So now men see rejection as like a negative thing instead of an opportunity to talk to a woman, for a woman to be part of their night. In the like 1970s, 80s, whatever, and in a lot of cultures even now, where access to women is a little bit less like open, a little bit more restricted, just being able to go up to a woman and be like, you look stunning, and I hope you're having a fantastic evening, and can I buy that for you, and being told like, sure, but I'm not interested, that's a good part of a man's evening, because he gets to talk to a woman, interact with a beautiful woman, and they don't leave that situation at a loss. But men these days, because of a combination of faux feminism and a combination of having easy access to women, see rejection as a negative thing. They don't want to talk to a woman anymore. They want ownership of a woman, right? So men are not going to come up to you. And I'm not saying that every man is now a bad man, except I am, because of this subculture. I'm just letting you know, if you want a man this new year, okay, when you're out on New Year's Eve practice, go up to a man first, right? Start off this new year on the foot that you no longer walk into a room and be like, oh my God, who's going to come talk to me? I want you to take power from this, actually. Walk into a room, look around, be like, who's good enough for me to approach them first? And you will find your interest.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I, what? What? I'm totally. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea where she was going with that. I genuinely, if I can talk, tried to listen I don't know why. I don't know why I did that, because she went absolutely nowhere. So now she's walking into a room to see if men are worthy of her approaching them. She needs to take power back, right? Okay. I'm assuming this magical room that she's walking into is full of men that she's attracted to, and it'll just be like Disneyland in there for her, right? You know, best days of her life, right? That's what women tend to think about dating, right? Like it's just this fairy tale land when dating is brutal, right? But women, again, they can live these fantasies because, you know, society lets them. So in her mind, this room that she's walking into where she can just pick any Chad, right? I guarantee you she's thought about this time and time again. It's like probably played out for her almost like the Bachelorette, right? My goodness.
Becoming so picky and specific, and it's good. You are a prize. So I actually think that there's a lot of empowerment to be gained from this culture switch, albeit it's really, really annoying because I find myself saying no to myself constantly, but that's good because internal dialogue in dating is something that I think women really, 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 really need to get on top of, because we are so external and people pleasy when it comes to dating and saying yes to men and sex and whatever. But now the power's all ours. Walk into a room, honey, be like, all right, are any of these people good enough for me to go up to them? No. What's the next room? Get into the right rooms, walk up to the right people, and have a good 2025. 2025. Wow. Okay. Bye.
Okay, I can't take credit for this, but I saw this on Instagram and I sent it to
Man, that was brutal. I think the audio might have been a little bit off sync there, so I'm not sure with the video, but yeah, I mean, the two ladies watching my channel, yeah, go into any room and any meeny miny mo, yo, future husband. Jeez
all my
Louise.
single girlfriends, but I used to always say if he wanted to, he would. I mean, we all say that. But I saw something and it said, if he doesn't, another man will. And I love that. And that's the kind of energy all of you single ladies should be bringing into this year. So if it's not this guy, it's someone better and someone else will do it. And one thing I always say is you can't ruin it with the right guy.
Oh, yes, you
There
can.
were things that fizzled out in my past, and I always thought it was like certain specific things, but I've done all of those now with my fiance. So remember, it's no longer if he wanted to, he would. It is now, if he doesn't, someone else will.
You know what? In 2025,
Yeah, I mean, notice how it's that I told you, man, women speak in like double speak. They use like different words to convey different meanings. I have no idea what she was talking about. But the thing is, though, she's talking about if another man doesn't, then another man would. You see how in their mind, they just have so many options. Because the first man in that scenario is the guy that she's attracted to. That's the man that she really wants, the man who won't. The guy that she ends up settling for, the beta Brad most of the time, is the other guy who would. That's all she's saying. That's all she's saying. So yeah, I mean, shout out to her. I guess it worked, right? She got somebody. He got her. Good for them. But I think that's essentially what she's saying. Women look at dating like there's just a large amount of men out there that would be interested in them. and they would be interested back. And it goes back to them understanding that their safety net is large and wide. That's why they can look at the dating market like it's filled with, you know, gold and honey. Fantasies, man. Fantasies.
I'm gonna start going for the hot guys. I'm gonna start going for the guys that are just so far out of my
Let's
league.
rewind
It's
her.
inconceivable that we. You know what? In 2025, I'm gonna start going for the hot guys. I'm gonna start going for the guys that are just so far out of my league. It's inconceivable that we would ever live on the same planet. Here's the thing: I don't expect the guy out of my league to treat me super well. I don't expect a lot from that. I would fully expect that they're not gonna be into me, and that we could go on a couple dates, and they're gonna be like, "No, you're not good enough for me." Meets expectations. But when I go for someone who's like, oop, a little below me, and they still don't want to go out with me, or even worse, treat me like shit, I'm like, all right, that's below expectations. Because here's the thing, there's no way for a guy below me to exceed my expectations. It will only ever be a meet. If I go for someone really good looking and they're super nice to me and like me, that is an exceed. That is an A++++.
Yeah. I mean, she just told you, gentlemen, it's all about attraction to her. Those guys that she's attracted to, they already won. The guys that she's not attracted to, the guys that she's least interested in, the guys that she will run to when Chad, Tyrone, Enrique, all them guys toss her up and use her. You can't exceed her expectations, right? That's why for women, it really hurts when a guy, they really don't like rejection. It's specifically from a guy that they're not attracted to, right? Or a guy that's maybe mid to them, right? He's okay. If that guy rejects them, oh, they'll be way more hurt than if a Chad rejects them. Because in their mind, they're doing that guy a favor. They're like, hey, look, you know, she or that guy, the beta guy is lucky to have her. And that's how they look at it. And that's exactly what she was saying. Jeez Louise. All right, let's see what's going on here.
You are gorgeous.
Thank you. You look good too. So,
you.
where we eating?
I wasn't gonna tell you, it's a surprise.
Okay. I mean, it better be 5-star and up. So.
5-star, dang. It's
What do
like
you
that.
mean?
You don't like Applebee's or nothing? I mean, I'm not saying I'm taking you there, but yeah.
I'm not giving Applebee's, honey.
Damn. Oh, you bougie. We should have just met wherever you wanted to eat at. You know what I'm saying? You got a car?
No, what?
Mm, that's
No.
weird. You bougie for a girl with no car.
Excuse me?
I'm saying, so where you want to go? I mean,
Like I said,
5-star?
5-star and up.
Mm.
Shoot, Michelin star. Come on now.
I respect
First
it. I
date,
respect it.
show up.
Show up. I like that. Ah, my freaking tire.
What?
I think my tire flat.
I can't leave with no guy that got,
Can you
that
check
don't got
that
their
for me?
car together.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, man. Can you check
What
that for
you
me, please?
mean?
I just
What
gotta
do I
see.
look like by the no? Oh my god.
Damn, my bad. I
This
just
is
wanna...
exactly why I can't be dealing with y'all.
Nah, no, that's a fact. Damn, man. Delete my number.
What would be wrong?
That is hilarious. So funny, right? Again, they want something for nothing, right? She's like, oh, take me to a 5-star restaurant, but she doesn't even have a car. In a woman's mind, that makes sense. That makes sense. She can ask for all these things because she's the table. Her being there is enough. I mean, I'm sure that was a skit, but very true. And you see the guy who's like, well, what's wrong with Applebee's? And she's like, oh, she's better for Applebee's. You better eat those half-price wings.
With meeting either a gal or a guy, and just dating them, seeing them, 3 nights a week, four at the most, but 3 to 4, have different houses, and go back and forth to each other's houses. What's good is like maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then go and stay with them for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday night. I mean, you could pick your own schedule out. But what's going to happen is you're saving your independence for both of you, and it's always exciting when you see each other. It's always like exciting. It doesn't get boring. I think the relationship would work great. There is a drawback. If you're going to do it this way, you better be secure enough with yourself, because you can't do it if you're feeling like, oh my God, what's he or she doing the nights that we're not with each other? You know, you can't be imagining, oh, they're cheating on you and all that. You have to have an arrangement with these people, with each other, that, you know, you're not going to be seeing other people, or whatever your arrangement is. You have to make sure that that happens, and you have to be able to afford to do this. But it's fun when you do it this way. Yeah, we can all do it. And
I'm just gonna stop her right there, ma'am. Why are you dating at your age and playing this game? I mean, if that's what you want to do, fine. I mean, I just don't understand it. Don't live at his house. Go to his house. Meet up a couple days. I mean, she's talking like she's still in college. I mean, this is what college kids do. It just goes to the point. They're just tall children. They never grow up. Ma'am, you should be. And she didn't go into her personal story, so don't know if she has like grandkids. But ma'am, you should be enjoying your grandkids and traveling with your husband during retirement. But we will be seeing much more of women like this in the future, old and alone and still trying to date, and dating the way that they dated when they were in their 20s, which is absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's let her finish.
Have a lot of fun. Yeah.
Is it just me, or
Jeez.
has anyone ever had an experience like this? Getting to know people, dating people, whatever. This guy is talking to me on a dating app Messenger.
Okay.
Get this. This man types out like a huge ass paragraph. Literally, at the end of the paragraph, he goes, I'm trying to get to know you. Tell me the shape and size of the last booger you picked. Okay, I am sorry, but that is not something you ask a girl when you are just starting to get to know her. Goodbye. Boy, bye.
Okay. I mean, yeah, fair point. Fair point. To this young lady right here. Fair point. Yeah. You don't ask somebody what the size of their booger is. I mean, you don't do that. Just can't do that. But I bet you he was a Chad. I bet you he was attractive enough, because most guys don't get responses on dating apps. They don't get likes. So this guy must have been attractive enough to at least match with her, whether she was on Bumble, Tinder, whatever, Hinge. And she must have thought he was attractive enough to at least message her. Guys, when you really look at the data, most men, they don't get matches. They don't get matches. And if they do, they don't get responses, right, from those matches. So if you're getting a response, even if it's from a Big Bertha, you're kind of like in the top percent on these dating apps. So this guy must have been decent enough to ask her about her business in her nostril area. Okay. Well, I'm sure she probably still hooked up with him. All right, guys. Anyhow, thank you guys for tuning in today. I appreciate you checking out the channel. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment on the video if you enjoyed it. Until next time, eat well, sleep well, be well. Peace.